So it's my pleasure also to be here today and address you in this very gray and rainy day. Maybe some of you have heard as well that actually Nasdaq has been named as the first fintech in history. Since in 1917, Nasdaq was the first company inventing the digital stock exchange. Before that, it was just analog. So that's even make me feel better belonging to you and this event. But yeah, Nasdaq is a global company now, and we are happy here in the Baltics to be part of this organization, huge organization, and we do provide very different services to the stock exchanges related to the stock markets, including data, analytics, software for different exchanges and depositories businesses all around the world. So quite a huge company, and it keeps growing and it keeps developing. So it's a very pleasure for me to be part of this company. But today's topic is IPO, and I will just try to brief very like I would say very experience-based arguments why a company do an IPO, because each time when there's a company coming to us and saying, well, maybe we might be considering the IPO, we need some money, and then we ask more questions. Why you come here? Why you are not going to the bank? Because it's simple. And then, of course, the main reason is new capital. Companies need money. Whether those are bonds or shares, companies need money. So it's simple. But then, when we talk further, then there are some other thinking and other benefits companies sees in being in the market and doing the IPO. First of all, the second argument we usually hear is maximizing companies' long-term value. And that's with the emphasis on the word long-term, because stock exchange is about long-term. It's not about tomorrow or next year. It's about long-term. So only being on the market for a certain period of time, gaining investor trust, company can start really benefit more and more, and through that maximizing the company's value. Reputation, trustworthiness, again, since company is on the market, companies should disclose the information. While company is transparent, well governed, investors have access to all kind of information about the company gains trust. What does it mean? It means that next time when company will need the money, investors will be there. Next time when company will step into the crisis, investors will not run away. So that is very important. Market value and liquidity, that's another very frequent reasoning why companies do consider the IPO, because being on the market, being listed, it means that the shareholders can easily trade. It means the liquidity, when someone wants to buy, it can do it, and someone who wants to sell, it also doable. And that's the only way how the real market price can be set. So that is what is possible in the market. And last thing, employee stock options. So you might know that recently also limited liabilities companies can do the stock option programs. So there are specific tax treatment for this exercise. And it's very beneficial. I would say it's best in Europe. In none of the countries in Europe there's such a beneficial treatment. So companies are very keen to use it, because that's the way how company can motivate their employees, management, whomever they want, and at the same time save on some taxes. So why it's here? It's here because when the company is on the market, there's for the stock, for the share, there is a market price. And for anyone who is receiving the stock option, they have the very kind of unlimited possibilities to either keep the share or sell it or sell it today or wait for the next week in case there's a belief that the price will go up and so on. So that gives to those people much more flexibility to exercise those options and gain for that. Now I will share 3 cases. None of them are from fintech. Sorry for that. You will have the good speaker after me talking about it. So I will just very briefly run through these 3. First of all, Madara Cosmetics. So we all know the consumer business did the IPO 5 years ago, attracted 3 million euro. Well, not a huge money at that point. Company was market cap was around 14 million euros. Now it's last year it was above 100 million already. So company is growing and developing very, very fast. But this was the exercise they did. They attracted money for e-commerce, for internet shop, actually. So they developed the internet shop, and that was actually a very timely decision shortly before COVID. And that worked out very, very well. And people, when sitting at home, were very keen to scroll through the internet and buy different things. So they benefited from that. What was very specific for them at that time, they were first company who applied this employee stock option program. What they did, they first of all, through this IPO, they granted certain amount of shares for each and every employee. So there were like 80 people around in the company. So they gave to each and every employee some, not huge, but small number of shares, not like options, but the shares. And then afterwards, they complemented that with this option program, which means that if the company or this employee is kind of reaching certain KPIs and so on, so they get the reward through this stock option. And as company's CFO has said that actually they have, that was kind of revolution in the company because it totally changed the culture, even the topics in employees' meetings, because employees suddenly started to behave as an owners. They started to come with the ideas how we can improve this, how we can improve that, and not just demanding higher salaries. So that was the great achievement, and it, company's management is repeating that again and again and again because it's very something not so tangible, but it's very, very important. The third case I want to share today is Virši. So 8 million euros last autumn, very close to actually almost the same time as DelfinGroup did this public offering. This company is special with that they managed to attract the record number of retail investors. So it was 10,000 retail investors, which has never been in our case. I can mention the biggest IPO in Nordics last year. Volvo cars attracted 200,000. Of course, it's 20 times more, but compare Volvo cars and Virši. So I think we can be really proud of that. And this retail investor society also is very, very developing and very, very active nowadays. So, and here, what they did it a bit, they went a bit further. So they launched the shareholder loyalty program. What does it mean? It means that if you own shares, you can go and serve yourself at Virši stations and get some discounts, either for coffee or maybe some other discounts and so on. Madara, I mentioned before, also has something very similar, that there's the shareholders who are receiving, if you are like buying the product and you are shareholders, then you are like getting the benefits. And here the CEO of Virši, yeah, very, very happy about the huge number of investors because it's a purely like consumer business, so they need those people around and buying and using their services. And the last is Estonian company, very interesting one, Tool. you might know them because they have those electrical scooters also in Riga on streets. It's an Estonian company actually, and it produces those scooters by themselves in Estonia. And yeah, so they did the public offering, attracted 3 million euros, and yeah, some 1,700 investors. And yeah, the aim was that they want to enter new markets. And a few months afterwards, we noticed them on Riga streets. So it's a very kind of tangible result of the offering. And here, I think you can see that Virši, DelfinGroup, Madara, very different companies, very different industries, doing different things. All of them can do this IPO. There's no limitations in regards to the size of the company or industry it represents or anything. They are tailored offering for each and every. So that's our Nasdaq. And how to do it? So first of all, talk to Nasdaq. We are very open. Here is it's office phone, but I can share also my mobile. Please come up, call. We will be just happy to share what we know. We don't know anything, but we will share what we know. Next thing, when it comes to how, in previous speakers were talking a lot about the costs. And here just wanted to inform you that since 2020, there were specific financial instrument launched for the companies aiming to the market, which provided the kind of covering part of the costs associated with the IPO. So listing costs are just part of it. There are like a lot of costs related to the time when company prepares for the market. And that means that there is a possibility through this program to apply for subsidy. So this program currently is closed. So fourth round was closed somewhere in summer, but there will be another. So just again, talk to us, and we will inform if this program is launched. And the last thing, assess your suitability. So regulatory sandbox for each and every company to test the readiness for the market. There's a guy, Dirts Dubkovic, whom you can reach out individually and get all details and all information needed. And yeah, we are also part of this, as Nasdaq, part of this sandbox. So by applying to this, you will get also insight from us. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.